Hey guys, today we're going to be showing you how to bond your rune. In a previous video, we told you all about bonding your rune, what it means for the network, what it means to churn in and churn out. If you did not see that video, please go to the link in the description down below and watch that video first. It's very important context. And guys, before I show you how easy it is to bond your rune, let's go talk about some history here and how it used to be. So if you are new to THORChain, you would have to know who to bond to. You would have to go on social media and find some node providers. And these are node providers right here, just random ones, right? You'd have to figure out how these people are. You'd have to communicate to them. You'd have to talk to them. You have to figure all of that out. And as someone who's new, you'd have no idea who these people are, right? Or you could go to Dev Discord, THORChain Dev Discord, and scroll all the way down to Thor Node Ops. Click Node Providers right here. Go click around, figure out who these people are. You know, you could talk to them here, and that's good. But then after you formed a relationship and you decided, I want to bond to this person, you would then have to go find an interface to bond to them. Random interface. Is it a legit interface, right? You would have to input all the information manually. When are they going to churn out? Do you get notifications? It was such a mess. It was such a nightmare. That's why today we're going to be using runebond.com to show you how easy it is now to bond your rune. So let's do that. Let's find a node. All right, guys. So here are some node providers. So right here, look at all these wonderful node providers. So let's go to the top here. Let's talk about some information here. So you see their node operator address here, the minimum required to bond to them, right? So this one's 5K. Their fees, what they charge, the total amount they have here. Check out this node here. If you're new to THORChain, right, this might be a really cool node to bond to. You see their minimum investment is 100 rune. And at the price of today, the recording this video, that's about $44. So that's really easy to get your feet wet, right? So you click this information and you can see the distribution of people who are, bonded to this rune, right? The lowest one is 1,000, but you could join this one for 100 and just experience a churn in and churn out cycle, right? That's really, really cool. Let's go back, guys. We're going to pick a random node operator. We're going to pick this one here. And what we're going to do first is before you can bond your rune, you have to whitelist to them. Okay. So let's break this down granularly here. So looking at the top here, you can subscribe to notifications. And this is email notifications, right? So you can put in your email right here and it just takes one rune. Then you can choose how much, the duration you want to get notifications. And this is totally configurable, super easy to do. So you could do that first. Okay. On the top here, you can see that this node's active. It is currently in the active set. So this means this node is currently earning yield. If it was churned out, this would say standby. Okay. Let's scroll down here. We have node details and public node chat. Okay. So maybe you want to communicate to this node operator pseudo anonymously to ask some questions. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you today. You can see this is someone prior who asked questions. They asked to be, whitelisted to these nodes, and the node operator said whitelisted, right? So we're going to just put in a question I had prearranged here. What is your churn out frequency? That may be a common question, right? But you obviously can ask whatever you want. So we're going to connect our wallet. For all the demonstration purposes today, we're going to be using Voltisig, a very safe wallet here. So we've connected our wallet. It costs one rune to send a message, right? And that's about 44 cents or something. So we're going to click this. We're going to click understand. We're going to click confirm. Then it's going to pop up here. I'm using a fast vault for Voltisig today. I'm going to do fast sign. I'm going to type in my password. Going to confirm. And now we're going to sign a transaction. It has been signed. And so we have sent that message to that node operator and it will populate here. Oh, it's being submitted. It's being waited to be confirmed here. So that will pop up here. And then that node operator will see it and they will respond when they do see that message. Okay. And you can see we sent this message. So this node operator is going to respond to this message when they see it. So now that we have communicated, maybe you like them, maybe you're happy with them, you want to now bond with them. So now we have to whitelist, correct? So we're going to go to node details and now we're going to click invest in this node. Okay, so let's click that now. And so there's going to be an intended stake amount. You've got to do the minimum, right? So 5K, but you could change this. You could do 50,000 if you're an absolute baller or whatever, right? But we're going to do the minimum, right? So we're going to submit this request. So we'll go ahead and click all of this here. You can read it. So we're going to confirm. It costs 0.1 rune. And we're going to do something similar. We're going to sign the transaction again, right? So fast right there. I'm going to type in my password, going to confirm. And we have now just whitelisted to this node operator, right? So what happens now is they're going to get that request and then they're going to approve you, okay? Now, if you had subscribed to the notifications here, you could get an email when that happens. And of course, this thing does other things as well, like tell you when you've churned in and churned out and things like that, right? But that is a great way to figure out what is going on. So that could take maybe an hour, could happen immediately, it could happen a day. It's just when the node operator sees the notification. But we're going to go back and we're going to click on the Phoenix node 1 here because this is the node that we have basically arranged to have for a tutorial to bond our rune today. And thank you to Coin Phoenix for agreeing to do this with us. You're very helpful. So now this is what it looks like when you have been whitelisted. Instead of saying invest in this node, you now have an unstake and stake button. And of course, the public chat, you can see there's a previous chat as well. So we'll go back to node details. We are now going to stake to this node. So let's click stake. And we're going to bond 5,000, which is the minimum for this node operator. We're going to confirm our bond. Going to click the disclaimers here. And we are going to sign this transaction. We're going to do right here. We are connecting to the server, signing transaction, and we have just bonded our rune. That's it, guys. That is it. That's how easy it is now to bond your rune. And after a while, this is my address right here. If I refresh the page, this will say about 5,002 rune. It takes a few seconds for the website to update, right? Super easy. But once that is, I am now bonded to this node and I am now earning yield because again, remember, we are in the active set. So let's scroll down here. Let's click unstake. If I wanted to remove my rune, right? Unstake. Okay, see, it's updated the amount. Unbonding is not available while this node is active. So when this node churns out, again, if you subscribe to notifications, you can get that notification. You will then have a time window for you to basically remove as much rune. It could be half, it could be all, it could be a little bit. You could just remove the rewards you accrue, whatever you want to do. This is so much easier, guys, than it used to be. We have simplified this process as much as possible. And if you are watching this video in the future and this website looks a little different, don't fret. RuneBond.com is constantly updating the site to make it a better experience for you and everyone else, including node operators. That's how easy it is, guys. So simple. Always remember, guys, that anything we describe on this YouTube channel, it is not investment advice. Please do your own research before doing something like this. But if you guys like this content in this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be having a lot more content coming out really soon. It's going to be super fun, guys. Don't miss it. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.